right? On the partial fractions, remember, we're trying to split this up into, let's say, smaller fractions, partial fractions, by first factoring the denominator, and most everybody did that, x plus 2, x plus 4. So we know that one of our fractions will have an x plus 2 in the denominator. One of them will have x plus 4 in the denominator. And we don't know what's in the numerator, so we'll just call that a and b. We know because these factors are linear factors that they'll just be a constant of some kind. So a is a constant, b is a constant. What did we multiply by the first fraction so that we had the common denominator of x plus 2 times x plus 4? X plus 4 over x plus 4. And what did we multiply by the second fraction? X plus 2 over x plus 2. And if you got that far, you got partial credit. I mean, you obviously kind of know what you're doing there. But a lot got to that point and then did not get to the right answer at all. In fact, didn't even try to solve for a and b. Made a kind of half-hearted attempt to come up with your equations, but then didn't do anything with them. But remember, we are trying to solve for the a and the b. And we do it by making an equation out of the numerators, because the denominators are all the same. So if it's the same on one side as the other, it's because the numerators are the same. And we simplify. This is ax plus 4a plus bx plus 2b. And then because there's x terms on both sides and there's constant terms on both sides, that's how we set up our system, right? The x terms over here have to equal the coefficient of -1. So a plus b equals -1. Just make an equation out of the coefficients, right? Don't include the x. It's not the x. There's not that many, very few that did that, but it does not include the x. It's just the coefficients. And then the constant term is 4. Well, the constant terms over here, the ones that don't have x in them, are 4a and 2b. So 4a plus 2b equals 4. So there's your system of equations, and you can solve it in any way. I mean, at this point, if you've been using the calculator to do the matrices, it's just as easy to do that. You could probably solve it quicker that way than anything. 1, 1, 4, 2 is the a, -1, 4 is the b, a to the -1b, done. Right? If you did it by any other method, let's say we're going to multiply this one by -2. Then we're going to get -2a minus 2b equals 2. We add them up, we get 2a equals 6. So a equals 3. And then if a plus b equals -1, then b equals -4. So the answer was, the partial fractions are 3 over x plus 2 minus 4 over x plus 4. And you might have written it in the reverse order. It doesn't matter. Right? It could be -4 over x plus 4 plus 3 over x plus 2.